This is absolutely Essendon. It's our Players of the Year special. What a way to wrap up the year. You thought you'd got rid of us, but no, we're still here. And the anticipation has been building for this for these awards. We've had an expert panel take a look at it. May have included my father, but before we do,
but a lifelong Essendon supporter, though.
Indeed, yeah, knows them inside out. But before we do that, interesting week at the club. They've been in the media. The letters to members went out.
Yes,
a lot of the clubs did it. They're very quick to spit them out on the Monday. After, if your team has not made the finals, of course. And a lot of them, because I took a look at one or two of the other clubs' letters.
Oh, you've been getting those too?
No, but I just want to see what sort of motherhood statements and that they come out with. And they're definitely using the same playbook.
Is it like a Microsoft Word template? Is it?
I'm pretty sure there is. Yeah. It's AFL club president. Here you go. All right.
Well, yeah, I got to be honest with you. The one that David Barham said, and by the way, thank you to David. I think he must have heard us because we were calling for somebody at that football club to respond after the last 2 weeks, the last two catastrophic weeks of the season. Mm-hmm. And he did, and good on him for doing that. But, I'm not sure it was really giving us too much to sort of hang our hats on. It was a lot of, motherhood statements, as you said, and thanks for your patience, and be a little patient for a little longer and all
That's
that
it,
stuff.
You know, we're working behind the scenes. You can't see what we're doing.
No.
You can't, but just know,
because you're not doing anything, is it?
Back there, a lot of stuff going on.
There is a lot of stuff.
He went with that, and he got but then he followed up with some media appearances.
Yes,
busy week. Being interviewed by the great Tim Watson, who sits over your shoulder. Got grilled.
Yeah, well, look, good on Tim for doing that because, it's been a while since an Essendon player showed some balls, and Timmy certainly did in asking the hard questions of our supreme leader, and he was dodging those questions.
He was dodging
pretty much.
He was. We didn't get a huge amount out of it.
I think he basically threw Craig Votso under the bus and said, "Well, the discussions around Adrian Dodoro, well, Craig Votso's well and truly in looking at all of that, amongst other things, not Dodoro specifically, but many things, which would make me feel that Adrian should not be taking out any heavy loans, any car loans or big expensive overseas trips."
You think?
I do.
Is that your gut feel?
Well,
or are you hoping?
Maybe it's hope.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, for now at least, Adrian, well done. Thank you. You're still on board, and we will look forward to another splendid trading period from him.
Yes.
But the whole response from the football club has been interesting in terms of they're trying to sell us the season has been largely a success. Yeah. We won 4 more games than last year. I mean, we did. But we also got to play the 2 worst sides in the AFL for some time twice. Yes. So that certainly helped that.
And struggled a bit.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, we'll see. They've got to put those words into action, right? And that's what the off-season's all about.
Did you ever think about writing to them? And
I did. And in fact, I responded to David Barham's letter and wrote quite a...
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, well, it goes without saying, really, doesn't it?
Did you share a lot of the thoughts that perhaps have been shared in this forum?
I just sent him the transcripts from our last 5 episodes.
Right, okay.
And
there's plenty to go through.
Links to our videos.
He's got people pouring through that, hasn't he?
Well, I got a response, believe it or not,
you?
but not from him. I got it from a gentleman in the member liaison officer, I think he was called, or something along those lines.
That sounds very made
and
up.
And he was thanking me for my passion, and it was.
Oh, was he?
And he said it's passionate members like me that will take the football club to future success. And I thought, well, I'm not playing at centre-half forward.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, passion from us only goes so far.
Yeah. You're not choosing players. I'm not
coaching them.
No, you're not training them.
I'm not guiding them to where they should run on the football field.
You're not handling their operations.
I just have the big red and black flogger at the footy. That's all I do, right?
So you know what I mean? What's with the patronising shit like that?
Well, what else?
Surely we're beyond that. Surely, in this day and age.
No.
Come on.
No, they're holding the line, and they will continue to do so. But anyway, look,
all right, we're supposed to get straight into the awards, and look at us already
distracted.
Just getting fucking...
Yeah, look, people
wound
have
up.
come for the Players of the Year awards,
Yes,
and
they
this
have.
is the night of nights. And I
Right.
notice you've slipped out of your tux into something a little more formal.
Because the judging of these awards, I don't take it lightly. So I want to be comfortable. When you've got constriction around the neck,
But
it reduces blood flow.
You were coming in off the under the porte cochere where the red carpet was in this beautiful
lady in hand.
navy
Yes.
tuxedo, an Armani number. I would hazard a guess.
It was, yeah, not
Looking
bad.
very
eh?
smart.
Yes.
But you've ditched that and you
Yes.
ditched the girl as well, which
Right.
is nice.
Okay.
So shall we get straight into it? I
Yes.
think. So we had a panel select the 3 nominees in the various categories that we will go through.
Yes.
And it is our job today, live, or whenever you're watching this,
Yes,
to actually announce the winner of the 3 nominees for each category. So,
Right.
without further ado, let's get into the first one.
Let's do that. If you disagree with our expert panel, as always, please share your thoughts.
It ain't going to change anything.
Righto. Okay, so let's go. The nominees are for the Best Defender, Essendon Football Club 2023, Mason Redman, Jordan of Ridley, Andrew McGrath.
Don't raise your voice like that.
Yeah, no, okay.
Upward inflection there.
Right, okay.
So you've got Mason Redman,
okay.
Jordan Ridley, and Andrew
you have
McGrath.
it.
Let's have a look at the stats. So Mason Redman, he averaged 21.9 disposals
Righto,
per
he did,
game,
he did.
and 472 metres gained, which is a fantastic effort from
Because
him.
he loves to go for a
Yeah.
run, which we love.
The crazy
As
running
supporters.
Red Dog. Jordan
He is-
Ridley sadly
yeah.
missed in the last few weeks because of his injury, but
Yes.
he was averaging over 20 disposals a game.
Right.
And,
but he doesn't go for a run, but he's still incredibly valuable.
Yeah, what a
Incredibly
player.
valuable
And
back
as I
there.
said, sadly missed.
Intercept marks,
yeah.
yes. McGrath.
And Andy McGrath, who is much maligned, is a bit of a whipping boy, I find.
He's
around,
especially in the last third of the season.
yeah,
He's been maligned.
Yeah,
There's been a lot of
It's a
maligning.
bit unfair. I think he's better than what people give him credit for. But anyway, Andrew McGrath is our third nomination
Yes.
for this particular category, averaging 22.8 disposals per game and 414 metres gained,
Right.
which is quite a distance when you think he can only kick the ball about 20 metres. So
Right.
there you have it. And the winner
Okay,
is...
excuse me. Okay, well,
You should give up the cigars.
I know. I really. Well, on the way in, I just had to celebrate.
Yeah.
I think. Do you want to announce the winner?
The winner is, for the 2023 Best Defender, is Mason Redman.
Take
well
a
done,
bow.
Mason. Congratulations.
Yes, to you.
Your trophy will be in the mail.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for that.
Yes,
and if
that's
it doesn't
right.
reach you on the day of delivery, it might
Yeah.
be at your local post office.
Yeah, but you've just got to pay for the postage. I hope
You
that's
do,
okay.
yeah.
Um,
Fantastic. Well, that's a great start.
Well,
So-
that's a very solid start.
Should
And
we go to some
thank God.
video clips of Mason?
Do we have any?
No. So let's
Right,
move on to
okay.
the next
All
the
right.
next
But
category.
thank God we signed him. How many years did we sign him up for? 4, 5?
I think another 4.
6? 4.
4.
Oh, he
I
didn't
think
get
it
the
was 4.
5. Okay, all right. Okay, fair enough. Let's go
We'd
to
be opening an old people's home if we were.
the best
Okay.
midfielder
Oh,
award,
wow, this is the big one, isn't it? This is like the 100 metres.
including the ruck, says the panel.
Yeah, but I mean, we can't have the best ruckman award when there's only been 2 of them.
Yeah, right.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, okay, so you've
All
got to
right.
slip it in there.
Yep.
All right, okay.
So, best midfielder. Shall I read
Yep.
out the nominations this time? Or do you
Yes,
want to?
no, I think you should.
Oh, well, thank
Yeah,
you.
Mix it up
I'm
a
honoured.
little.
I'm touched.
Mix it
So,
up.
the nominations for best midfielder 2023 are Zachary Merritt, Darcy Parish,
Right,
and Nikolai Martinovsky.
right. Well,
What a group.
very worthy nominations. Now, Zach Merritt, he averaged 28.8 possessions. Is that in the elite level?
Well, I'm surprised he wasn't 30, but there you go.
And you're really, yeah.
But I do think that's elite. If it, yes, it does say elite, yeah, because it's got the E next to it.
5.5 tackles.
That's amazing for a little guy. He's a very, very good tackler.
5.5 tackles. A lot of
Yeah.
his teammates know how to do half a tackle.
Exactly.
The Darcy Parish, what did he have? He's 30.8 possessions,
Yeah.
7.7 clearances.
Look, he's had a great season. I know Darcy tends to cop a lot of the blame for when things go wrong.
Yeah.
But I just happened to have a look at his stats for the year across many categories versus Christian Petracca,
Right.
the great Melbourne midfielder.
Yes.
And
How did he go?
He comes out on top in almost all categories. And this is the thing. I think a lot of what Darcy does, you can check it out. There's a website called Footy Wire. If you go to Footy Wire and look for Darcy Parish, and there's an option there to compare with another player. I did that exercise with Christian Petracca, and Darcy comes out pretty much on top in almost all categories. So
I am very surprised.
It is, and I think this is the thing. We all rave about guys like Petracca. And look, to be fair, Petracca is probably the better footballer, but not by as much as people say.
Yeah, okay.
So,
all right, very interesting.
Darcy,
very
well
good.
done. And Nick Martin's had a great year. He was probably in the running for an All-Australian at some stage. Didn't quite make it in the end.
No, because I think he started a little slow,
Yeah.
and then it was very hot around the middle of the year.
Yes,
very
he
hot,
was.
blistering. But then may have tapered a little.
Oh, they shifted him around onto
they
the
did.
forward line for a period of time there.
Yes,
But anyway, he averaged
did.
22 disposals and 5.4 marks a game.
Right, okay.
Probably only beaten for an All-Australian by Goulden and Josh Dacos. So they're two pretty decent players that kept him out of
when
that
you
team.
look at that, then that's probably fair enough.
We've got to be happy about Nick Martin, and he's had a great season. But let's talk about the winner.
Yes.
And I'd be shocked if it's not
Zachary Merritt.
Zach
there it is.
Merritt.
Congratulations, Zach.
No surprises.
To add to your list of awards and accolades this year.
Yeah. Well, he's just been announced as an All-Australian, third time as an All-Australian.
Right.
Which is a fantastic effort from Zach, because let's be honest, he's played in some pretty horrible teams.
Yes.
So he's been a real standout for us over many seasons now.
Yeah, he has. And the key is that I think he delivered with the responsibility of being captain, which, to a lot of players, that can be, distracting, too much of a burden.
Yeah.
Heavy is the crown and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But he managed to do that without, especially in light of, was it a couple of years ago when he was in the leadership group and then he was asked to...
he was voted off by his peers.
Oh, is that what actually happened?
It was. The teammates voted for the players who would be in the leadership group that year, and Zach was not retained, which would have been quite a blow to his pride. Well, I think he's a guy with very, very high standards and maybe just got under people's skin a little bit with that. But I tell you what, as the captain, they're going to have to put up with his high standards, and let's hope the rest of the team follow his example, because he's an absolute professional. He's an elite footballer and deserving winner of our best midfielder of the year. So well done to you, Zach.
Yeah.
Again, your medal will be in the mail.
Yes.
And keep an eye out for
and
the postie.
A great head of hair.
One of the best, maybe only bettered by Trent Cotchin.
Yes.
As in terms of like the voluminous.
Like if you stuck your fingers in it, it gets they get stuck.
It's like a black hole. You wouldn't come out.
Yeah.
So
yes, I thought it should have been mentioned.
Oh, I absolutely agree. So now we saved that for our haircut of the year episode.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Now we've got to move forward.
Wrong episode.
We have another award.
Move forward
to
the best forward category.
Oh God!
Now
this will be void.
Yes. How many? Let's see how many nominations the expert.
Can we squeeze out more than one?
Came up with. They may have been rounding.
Now we can't use ex-players, right?
Yes.
No. All right. John Coleman.
Zaharakis. No. Okay. Here we go. First nomination: Jake Stringer.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Fair enough.
Second nomination: Jai Menzies.
Are you reading the right award? Best forward, it says.
Right. The third nomination is one Kyle, not Carl, Kyle Langford.
Wow.
So there you have
Kyle's already rushing to the fridge to get the champagne out, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would have thought.
So can we just have a look at their individual seasons? So Jake Stringer, okay. This is pretty much symptomatic of our year, right?
Yeah.
If the package is in this, but
I would have thought so.
13.4 disposals and averaged 1.2 goals a game. Okay, that's all right, I guess.
Hang on, did he kick 25?
Well, he only played 16 games.
25 goals. He didn't even kick that many.
Yeah, but he did play that many games.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
he was injured for a bit.
So
I don't know exactly the number. But
all right. Okay.
Jai Menzies.
This expert panel.
Yeah.
Jai Menzies.
Look, yes. I'm okay with it because I think Jai actually did kick more than 20 goals from a small forward position, and I think he did pretty well. Remember, this is his second season in AFL.
Yes.
And again, we're as Essendon, the community, we're very quick to rush to judgment.
We are. We love a snap judgment. We enjoy
Jai
it.
Menzies played 25 odd games of football. And
Yes.
I mean, the fact that he's kicked 20 goals or so, and I think he's always been a good pressure type forward.
Yes, he
I
does.
think his nomination is more than justified.
I would agree with that. I would agree with
And
that.
then Kyle Langford, he averaged 2.2 goals for the year and kicked 51 goals in total.
Beautiful kicking style.
What a guy, what a player, what a man.
Yeah, didn't have a great night against Collingwood, but, you know, gee whiz.
He did kick a goal, though, didn't
he? He did. I think it was one goal.
So he kicked 30% of our score.
Yeah, but because we've been spoilt by him,
true.
we can say, he didn't have a great night. But, in anyone else's terms, it was still a solid night. So
who's the winner?
Gosh.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, a lot of think music
Should we go to a commercial break and maybe come back?
Yeah, because I think the judges are still trying to... Of course, it's Kyle Langford.
Absolutely.
Much deserved, well-deserved.
Relax, it's okay.
An extra large trophy for Kyle, I think.
Maybe like a moustache comb or something to go with it, just that beautiful moustache that he has.
Yeah.
It's a lovely moustache. I mean, that's really the look now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No.
I end up looking like Father Christmas.
Right. Yes. No. Well done.
You might be able to pull off.
Well done, Kyle.
Well done to you.
There you have it. Before we come to this bit, shall we?
So we're about halfway through, right? God.
We are. Gosh. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Maybe press pause and I don't know.
Grab a cup of something.
Get on with your life.
Maybe a cup of hemlock. What about we just go to something a little different?
Yes.
I understand there's been a nomination. Yes. Well, there's a category.
Yes, well, I mean, you understand that every year there are the AFL YouTube fan channel awards.
Yes, I did understand.
And it's a highly prestigious event in and of itself. And 3 of our episodes...
See, if we don't win this...
3 of our episodes have been nominated for...
so 3 of our episodes were nominated?
Yes.
In the AFL Fan Channel...
YouTube Fan Channel Awards. Yeah,
and these are specifically episodes that we've put out throughout the year?
Yes, that's right.
That's interesting. How did we go? Which ones did they nominate?
Well, it's interesting that they focused on these ones.
And maybe the viewers out there will have some memory of these episodes.
Yes.
If not, I'm sure the highlights package will include some footage from these.
Let's leave the decision to
all right.
To our community.
That's a good idea.
Because they've never been shy letting us know what they like
and what they don't
dislike.
Like. Yeah, true.
They've never been shy, and we love that. We love it. Right?
A lot of producers out there.
It's a collaborative process.
So far.
And
it wasn't meant to be.
No, but it turns out that it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, okay.
All right, so we're going to go...
The episode was Salad Days. That's where we decided...
Oh, God.
Because we were starving to
that day.
Eat a salad while we recorded
salad. Let's have a look at the video, shall we?
That's right. I don't think you need to.
We can. All right, let's watch it now.
This is absolutely Essendon round 18 game preview. It's the Dons versus the Cats down at the at the Cattery.
Wow,
okay,
no wonder that was nominated.
Right, okay.
What else have we got?
The second one is referred to as the You Having a Laugh
You're having a laugh. You're having a laugh.
You Having a Laugh.
Was that the episode with the...
with the laugh
the laughter track.
We decided to have a laugh
Our
track.
Producers did.
Right, yeah, Simon. Useless. Anyway, but it was only because it was because we felt the episode was a little soft, so we thought we'd bump it up with a bit of a laugh track.
So that wasn't an actual live audience.
Turns out it wasn't.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yes.
Well, I just watched it when it went to air.
Right. Okay.
I couldn't remember this time.
Will it be a shootout again?
Did you say shoot or shit?
Shootout. Look, I know we'll certainly be scored against. So
You're Having a Laugh was the second nomination.
Right. Okay, the third nomination is the Haircut Hall of Fame, where we analysed past players' hairstyles.
That is cringeworthy.
That one didn't break too many
My mother
records.
rang me after watching that and said, you should be ashamed of yourself. That was terrible, that episode, she said.
Really?
Yep. She get it off the air.
She trolling you?
She was.
Your own mother?
Yep. So anyway, I do recall it.
Feisty.
It was our pathetic attempt at scripted humour. as opposed to our more off-the-cuff improv humour.
We learned our lesson that preparation does not pay.
It doesn't.
There was a player, Nick Commer.
Never heard of him.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Never
but he
heard
wasn't
of him.
around for. But he
Nick
had
Commer.
that kind of.
He's a full stop in the history of Essendon. Also Rans, isn't he?
This is going to be an old reference. He had
Yeah.
that very Two Moon Junction look. Do you remember that movie, Two
Is
Moon
that like,
Junction? Well, there's just a
you're
guy.
too keen on your sister type look? Is that the... Okay, so then each one of those episodes, you would have by now watched the clip from each of those to remind you?
Or any others that we've forgotten. It actually would be...
That's opening the floodgates.
It would be good to get your feedback, which we always get and appreciate.
Thank you.
So let's go on to the
Not the oxymoron episode, I noticed.
Oh yeah,
that didn't make it. That was very
Interesting.
popular.
Yeah,
For those
okay.
that know,
Yes.
for those that didn't watch to the 15-minute mark,
Yes, then they don't know what the hell
they
you're
have
talking
no
about.
idea, and you will
Okay.
never know. You'll be
Yes.
outside of the joke. So
Yes. Okay, hey,
you're
no,
bad.
No in joke for you. Let's go to.
Straight to.
It's that time of the
Do
night.
we need a drum roll?
We do.
I can do a drum roll.
Can
I can
you?
do that. Yes, I can.
Don't.
Not here. I will put it into
Right.
the. Well, if you're watching live, you won't see the drum roll, but
Okay. Yes.
the
Or
post-produced
that
one.
or dramatic music, like
okay.
Excalibur.
Oh, that's the Exorcist, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. I did a very bad.
What about
version of it.
Jaws?
I've got a throat issue. Jaws. No. Okay. Let's go on to the goal of the year. So. The three nominations, let's get straight into it. Three nominations for goal of the... This is Essendon goal of the year, okay?
There are only three.
Is the... How do you describe the goal against Carlton involving
That
seven
was
players?
That was the
chain of handballs.
yes. Well, you've just described it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Right.
Well done.
Right.
So the Carlton goal with the chain of handballs.
That ended with Menzies
is what we
snapping
got. Let's have a look at it. shall
30
we?
metres in.
Turn.
Smashing them in the clearances this quarter. 8-1 now to the Bombers. Hobbs receives from Martin. Now to Caldwell. On to Guelphy. Time for a fumble. Back to Caldwell. On to Menzies. Bombers on fire!
That
Right.
was one hell of a goal.
Yeah.
I was at that game, and I tell you what, I almost wet myself. That was
Yeah.
so good. That goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice. And we thought that it was just an example of things to come.
Well,
Not.
we thought the whole first half of the year was kind of a glimpse into the future.
Those were the days,
You can dare to
weren't
dream,
they?
can't you,
Gosh,
Joe?
We were up. I was convinced we were playing
Yeah.
finals. Convinced.
Oh, and they were convinced they weren't. Hey, the Blues. Good luck to them.
Yeah.
Well, no, actually, I hope you all die.
Yeah.
But
Okay. All right. So nomination.
second goal of the year
number two.
nomination?
Yes. Okay. Maybe you do this one.
Okay, this is Jake Stringer bombing one from outside 50 against GWS in the first time we played them, not the second time, with a torpedo for the ages. Let's have a look at it.
Well, brings it to ground. Stringer wants the hand pass. They give it to him. He's getting really involved. He goes to barrel. Jakey Stringer's pulled out the extra Sunday barrel. And he's nailed it from 60. Jake's got 4. And that's one.
There you have it. That
Yeah.
was one hell of a sausage.
Yeah, that was
From,
that
Jakey.
was very nice,
He-
and it hurts because he's capable of
He
that.
can do that. Yeah, well, capable of it once a year.
Yeah, I know. But
that what
yeah,
you mean?
Yes. Well, a bit more consistency.
More often than once a year?
That would be nice.
Listen, if he can get his head straight for next season, and I think...
Is it
that-
between the ears?
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be because talent's talent, isn't it? It's about application. And I think if Brad can just get to him during this off-season and make sure that he understands that the team needs him,
Yeah.
and we can get the best out of him, then he will be certainly a valuable asset.
Yes.
So what was the third
Right.
nomination for goal of the year,
It has
please?
to be against North Melbourne, the first time that we played. If you remember the game, went down to the wire. Someone needed to step up. Enter Massimo D'Ambrosio.
The Italian stallion.
Yes. Didn't see much of him after that goal. as it
No,
happens.
well, he did suffer an injury towards the end of the season, and
Sure. But even leading up to that.
and he's out of contract. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Massimo, because
Yes.
I think he's become a bit of a fan favourite.
He's got a nice left foot. Good with
Yeah,
his kicking.
lovely penetration.
Good with his kicking. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Have we got the laugh track? Bring the laugh track back
Yeah.
out.
So
Okay.
Massimo's goal versus
Yes,
North Melbourne.
it was.
A goal to win the game.
Yes,
and
it
if he
was.
does nothing else in his career,
Yes.
he will always have that moment. Let's have a look at it.
Smother Stringer. Put his heart and soul into it. Tucker got a handball off. He'd almost take a point now. Phillips hands it back. Almost take a point. Almost. He'd take that every time. The sub, the super sub, D'Ambrosio.
Brings a tear to the eye, doesn't it? Brings a tear
just
to the eye.
moments of, that's the problem with this game, with this club. It's stuff
Yeah.
like that just leaves you,
That tease.
just gets you the hooks into you, and
Yep.
you just can't walk away.
Well, look, I mean, we've often referred to the Essendon'S like a toxic relationship, isn't it? A bad girlfriend.
Abusive.
No, not just girlfriend. It could be a bad boyfriend.
Yes, that's right.
To be fair, because same-sex couples also have moments where they have
Yes.
fights, and it's not always
Yes,
good.
that's
I
right.
don't know that from personal experience, but
Yes.
I believe that's the case.
Right. You don't?
Possibly best we move right along.
There was no need to clarify that.
Well, just because it sounded a little bit kind of 1990s, just to say bad girlfriend.
All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay.
Because, of course, bad girlfriends never happen anymore, do they?
All right. Let's award the winner. I think
Yeah.
it's got to be the team goal against Carlton.
I can't disagree with you on that one, Joe. That was just one of the great goals. I don't think I've seen one as good as that for a long time, so I 100% support
Right. Now, do we send a trophy to each one of those players or just to the club? David Barham?
that. Dave
Send
Burham,
him?
he can get one. He might get a letter on how to write, more meaningful correspondence to club supporters, but as a special bonus to go with that award.
I'm sure. Look out for it. Okay, let's go.
All right, so we're back to the main
we're-
part of the show. We're
we
looking.
are.
Well, this is probably the well, it's not quite the climax, is it? Because we should do that one before we do this one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
All
this
right,
is-
all right.
what do you
Fair
want to call
enough.
this one?
Well, no. What about this one here?
Well, like-
which it's our up and comer.
well,
It's
yeah,
our
of
up and
course.
comer.
That's
We need to.
we've always supported them. I thought
Yes.
that was these ones.
The,
oh, no.
no.
Yeah. It's confusing. It's just
This one, it's
right.
a forensic analysis that we do
Okay.
here.
So-
So this is the award for the best up-and-coming player.
So this is a young guy, young player who's shown a little bit, right?
Yes.
He's
Yes.
tantalised and teased.
That's right. May not have been super consistent throughout the whole year.
Nah.
But could have been.
And
It
we'll
also could
probably
have
go
been.
backwards from this point forward.
Yes.
If
because
he's a true Essendon
also
player.
known as the absolutely Essendon curse.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So the best up and coming players for the season 2023. The nominations are Jai Caldwell,
Yes, much deserved.
Benjamin Hobbs,
Hobgoblin.
and Samuel Durham.
There you have it.
That does.
So-
well, congratulations, guys.
Yes,
You've all
well
been
done.
nominated, but we do unfortunately have to pick a winner. Not everyone
Must.
can be the winner, as much as I'm sure you're hoping you are.
No.
But look, before we
That's right.
announce it, let's just quickly look at the stats.
Yes,
So
that's
Jai
right, 'cause-
Caldwell, averaged 18.6 disposals
That's
per
right.
game.
And just over 4 tackles.
Yep, very good in
Yes.
tight. And
he was very good in tight, and boy, do we need those players.
We do.
So highly valuable.
Benny Hobbs, he was
Yes.
averaging just under 20 disposals
Yes.
for the season.
Came out of the blocks really well. I was
Yeah.
impressed with the number of disposals that he was getting. Now you don't have any tackle. We don't have any tackles in.
Well,
because-
I think he was probably averaging around about the 4 or 5
I
tackles
reckon
a
he
game.
must have been.
Yeah.
He must have been.
Someone can check
'Cause-
that, but
yes.
KPMG haven't included
Right.
that on our computer screen.
Right.
And
Sam Durham, yes, so
Durham,
he was more around the 16
the hero of
disposals.
the
Yes, so the Dreamtime of the G game. He was absolutely.
He averaged what was it? Just under 70, 16.5 disposals a game, and very good with his hands
Yes.
overhead. So he
Yeah.
was averaging nearly 5 marks a game.
Yeah.
So again, congratulations.
he's a decent mark.
Yeah. And the
Okay.
winner is
the Hobgoblin.
wow. Well, of course, he
Step
is.
up.
The man whose neck
Come and
is
accept your trophy.
Whose neck is as thick as his thigh.
Yes.
He looks like an American linebacker. He's got that big muscular neck. He's a solid
he
little
does.
rock.
He does.
Our
And
Benny.
we are very excited about what the future holds for the Hobgoblin.
It'll be a
Goblin.
big future, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and you can bookmark it and
All
come
right.
back to us in
Oh,
season
no,
6.
please think carefully before you do this.
Ben
Please,
Hobbs
please,
is a future
please,
captain of
please.
Essendon Football Club. Future captain of Essendon Football.
I actually agree with that.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well,
very
congratulations.
good.
And then now
Okay.
we've got our unsung hero, which is a little different
Yes.
to the up and comer, because these
Right.
guys can be old players, right? But
Yes.
just don't get the recognition that perhaps they're due,
Yes.
and are often overlooked when it comes to kids wearing jumpers with their numbers on the back.
That's right.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
That's right.
So we've
Yes.
got 3 unsung heroes. Please, Joe, could you walk us through those nominations?
Okay, the first nomination, according to the expert panel, is Jai Menzies.
What, he's back?
Nomination, geez,
Unsung?
he's getting a lot
Well,
of
fair
love.
enough. I guess we did talk him up a bit in the earlier awards. So, Jai Menzies.
I know. I don't know if... anyway...
This was your dad, was it?
Nomination number 2. His sight isn't the best these days. And
Is he not watching
yes.
old 84 grand final videos?
I think he's got him confused with...
Ellen Ezard.
Boris Buick.
Oh, right. All right.
Okay.
And the
Nomination
second
number 2,
is-
Andrew Phillips.
Oh, the flipper. Of course he is, because
Yes.
let's be honest, no one was thanked more for their service
Yes.
throughout the year.
Yeah, we did.
He proved
We
us
did.
all wrong.
He did.
And,
he really did. He was so handy.
Yeah, he
when
was.
we really needed someone to be handy.
He stood up, and but didn't get carried off the field at the
No.
End of the season
No,
in his last game.
He's
Got kind of ushered off, wasn't
Yeah, it was just this way, sir.
Which way? Your
This
seat's
way?
first on the left, sir.
Right.
The exit's
Okay.
over that way.
Just please
be gone.
leave in an orderly manner. Okay,
yeah.
and nomination
Finally.
number 3 is Dyson Heppel.
Wow, that is one hell of a nomination.
It is. He also got thanked for his service.
He did a few times.
Was it our very first video? In
Well,
fact,
you were
where-
accusing him of pulling
Yes.
off a hit job against Sam
Well,
Wiedemann
yeah. Well,
at some stage of the year.
yeah. Well, because he didn't want to be a sub.
Well,
And,
you don't kill your
worked
own
out-
teammate, do you?
Worked out very well.
Well, he
for
got
him.
back on the ground.
But anyway,
So Dyson Heppel, I'd have to say that's a pretty fair call because
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, he's had a few moments where he's turned the ball over.
yes,
and,
we've all seen it. We know, but still, I think very much clearly net positive with Dyson.
yeah, I'd agree
This
with
year, this year.
that. He's not a stock,
What do you mean?
or net positive. Make him sound like he's a stock on the
Yeah,
share
okay.
market.
Well,
Oh,
but-
God, I got a good return on Dyson Heppel this year.
well, that's exactly the way they should treat it.
Like stocks.
Yes, exactly.
Can we sell a few?
Who will yield the best return for this club to take us to the promised land? That's the way they should look at it.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, then,
Okay.
it wasn't such a silly call from me.
No. See, you're quite astute.
So well done,
All right, okay.
Zach. Not Zach.
No,
what's his
not
name?
Zach Dyson.
I'm
Yes,
thinking
well done.
Ex-captain.
So does he get a trophy for?
So, well,
Unsung
the
Hero?
winner is.
Yes.
Did we announce it?
No, for the player of the year.
No, for the unsung hero.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. It's Dyson.
This
yes,
is a
I know.
mess.
We
This
didn't
is an
announce it. Yes.
absolute
Dyson Heppel.
dog's
He
breakfast.
gets it.
This
He gets it.
Dyson, congratulations.
Yes, well
we
done.
know you're staying on for another year because it's all about the future with the Bombers, and you won't be holding up a spot on the list. Absolutely not. You are most welcome and most deserving of a further year on your contract, and you are most importantly our unsung hero for 2023.
Congratulations. I don't know whether you meant that or whether
It doesn't
you were
get better
just,
than that, Dyson.
was it?
Let's be honest.
Hey, the accolades just roll.
We
on
might
for
have to
Dice.
call the Unsung Hero
Yes.
Award the Dreadlocks Award from this day forward in honour of its inaugural winner. In terms,
I think we.
yeah,
I think we may.
the
I think
great
we may.
Heps.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
so
the way to go.
that's all the preliminaries out of the way. I think everyone's just desperately keen to know who will be the 2023
Hello?
Absolutely Essendon Player of the Year.
Anyone still there? Okay. Yes, the player of the year. Let's go through the nominations by the expert panel.
This is
'Cause
four players have been nominated.
Yes, and do they get a car or what do they? What have we got back here? One of these red lights.
Well, there's the old footy record
Yeah,
here. We
right.
could send them
Yeah,
a
that's a
copy.
collector's
That is a
item.
collector's item.
Yeah.
It's actually got some decent Essendon footballers on the front of it as well. Yeah, have a look at that when you get home. Look at that team. Gavin Wanganeen.
Oh God.
Gary O'Donnell, Mark McCurry,
Yes.
James Hurd,
Yeah.
Mark Harvey,
Harves,
Paul Salmon.
Smoke and Joe.
Going to have a cold shower.
Yes.
So the nominations for
the Player of the Year.
are
Nomination number 1, Nick Martin.
brilliant. I mean, we've talked about him a little
Yes,
earlier. He's had an
we have.
incredible year.
Yes.
And let's just remind ourselves he is our favourite Macedonian footballer.
Okay, I don't think there's any Macedonian blood in his
Nikov
in his system.
Martinovsky.
Yes, okay, all right. Nomination number 2, Kyle Langford.
Oh, he's
Nothing to think
shoo-in,
about.
surely.
Nothing to think about. Nomination number 3, Mason Redmond.
The Red Dog, a nominee for All-Australian, but didn't make the final cut.
Nomination number 4, Zach Merritt. So this is
Captain Courageous.
This is interesting because to come up with the Player of the Year, is it who can we not do without? Who lifted the team? Who underpinned the team? All right.
anytime you're ready. So, I think we've already discussed this, and I think we've agreed to agree.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The winner of the 2023 Absolutely Essendon Player of the Year is
Kyle Langford.
wow, that noise, the roar. Well
Yeah.
done, Kyle. Congratulations again.
Well done.
I'm sure this is the most important moment in your football career.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well
please.
deserved.
And, if you get emotional, we'll understand.
I once referred to Kyle Langford as Kyle Langwood.
You did.
Because I just thought, here's a guy who's never going to get out of first gear.
Yeah.
He's never going to make anything out of his career. He's just always going to be that laid-back, laconic type player that isn't going to live up to expectations. And
Yes.
oh boy, was I wrong for perhaps the 4,000th time in my life.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the worst calls I've ever made, and he's proven to be an absolute gem, hasn't
Yes.
he?
What would we have done without him this year? I mean, just picture the season without Kyle Langford. And, we may think it ended brutal. I think it would have been even more brutal. He has just been so valuable. Just how exciting is it when he gets his hands on the ball?
Well, he certainly won the game against West Coast, didn't he? Was it West Coast where he got the
Yes.
last-minute goal?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's at least 4 points that he directly was
Yeah.
responsible
Yeah.
for, but
Yeah.
I think you could add a lot
Yeah.
more to that.
There were many games that we did not win by a big margin, hence our terrible percentage.
Yeah.
So you take his goals out of those games.
For sure.
We're not.
And
we're
not
in the
just
picture.
goals, but also goal
Yeah.
assists. I think he had more than 20 of those.
Oh, really?
So when you
Yes,
add
and
that
that-
to his
geez.
51 goals...
Nothing to think about.
I look, someone out there who's more statistically minded than either of us can probably find out what his goal involvements were for
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
But if he wasn't the highest in the side, I'd be very surprised. And, just the sense of comfort and assuredness when he had the ball in his hand, you just always felt he was good for a goal when he was lining up.
Yes.
And he didn't let
He's
us down.
beautiful.
Other than the
He's
last
just beautiful.
last game. So he
Yeah.
kicked
Mate, it
one
was
goal
only the
5 or
last-
something.
Yeah.
But otherwise his accuracy in front of goals was fantastic.
Yeah, he's just beautiful. And, the bigger the pressure, almost, the better the kick that he is. That's what's great. He just doesn't fall apart with the pressure. That's what's great about it. So congratulations.
Yeah, well done, Kyle. And
You deserve it.
I'm not sure there'd be too many arguments on that front.
I reckon there might be some arguments in the comments section.
I mean, Zach and...
Zach, will have some will say Zach's, been hard done by.
Yep. But I think Zach, whilst we can rely on him week in, week out, you're right. It's the difference I think Kyle Langford made. And I'm certain that, like you mentioned, Joe, we wouldn't have won as many games if it had not been for his contribution. So, brilliant effort from him, and well done for being our inaugural winner of the Essendon.
Cue the music.
Essendon
Can
Player
we
of
cue
the Year.
music now? And
We can. We
Hip,
can
hip.
cue music, and but we've got a bit more to go through.
hip hip. All right. Oh, geez, we really
So that's
do
the
this.
awards section done. I hope you
Right.
enjoyed that, and please give us your comments. I mean, if we've been harsh or missed out on somebody that you feel strongly about that should have been included, let us know.
Yes.
As I said, we're not going to change anything, but
Well-
you can still vent and abuse.
Please
Most
do.
welcome.
We've covered the All-Australian...
Well, let's just move on to that, because now I think we're getting to just like the news update.
Right. Yes.
So I think the news... Well, do you want to do the news?
No. Can you please tee off?
All right, so with the news, let's firstly congratulate Zach Merritt on his All-Australian award. Third time he's received the All-Australian blazer, the green and gold.
Yes.
So, he'll be proudly wearing that when we take on nobody. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right. But we happen to have a close link to the
Yes.
the actual blazer itself.
Mate, we do.
the All-Australian.
My good mate Sam, who runs a business called Sam & Co. down in Chapel Street, Melbourne. If
Say
you're watching
Smoking
from
Joe
around the
sent
country.
you if you go down.
Yeah, no, absolutely Essendon. Did you just say absolutely
Oh, right.
Essendon?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't know
We don't
that's
really
what
have a promo code, but
Yeah.
we just mentioned the show. But anyway, yes. So I think we mentioned him last week's show because a lot of the
Yes.
Essendon players. But he in fact looks after a lot of footballers, but this year was entrusted with creating the jackets for the All-Australian team.
Tailoring them?
Every single last
Selecting
one
the
of them.
fabric?
Oh, and he's into his fabrics.
Hey.
If he was here, he'd be going,
Oh, you don't want to stand too close to a natural flame.
No, that's right, yeah. So he was very closely involved. Yes.
Manufactured all the jackets for the All-Australian team. And
he did.
He proudly showed you in the process of just getting rid of a little bit of a ink stain or something.
That's right. Yes,
we
he
could have
was
a look at that video.
just putting the finishing touches.
Very good.
Yes, indeed.
Well, thanks, Sam, and good luck. I hope.
Yes.
And he does the Brownlow medals. Outfits
he
for a
does.
lot of players,
he does.
doesn't
Look, he does the footballers. He's really the go-to guy. He's the sartorial whisperer for the footballers, especially in the off season, for their kind of
the look,
walking down the street kind of look.
Short ankles.
Yeah.
No socks.
That's right.
It's a very Capri look, isn't it?
Tightness in the crotch area.
Yeah. Skinny legs. Is that still the thing?
Yeah, it is. But baggy in other areas. It's sort of it's a contradiction. Anyway, Sam is the one that.
And what was the name of Sam's shop again?
So we're not getting anything for this.
We might. Let's keep trying. What's he called? Sam and Co.
Sam and Co.
And where are they located?
Chapel Street, Melbourne, opposite their Irishy pub.
O'Reilly's.
Anyway,
I
think it's changed.
And does Sam have a website that people can go to?
I don't think so.
And
no.
He doesn't have a phone number?
He doesn't need it.
We're not going to get anything for that. Right. We take it all back. It's junk. Don't go near it.
Yeah, but we should have him on the show one time.
We will.
He loves his football.
I think we might try and get him on maybe for the red carpet.
He's the person.
Because he can talk about the suits that he provided.
He probably would have, exactly, dressed a lot of the boys. All right.
What would he provide for, say, Libba? What would Libba be wearing? A nice little sort of navy tux with a velvet lapel, or
that's not a bad guess. I can't imagine he'll go a bow tie, Libba. I don't think so.
No.
So
he'd go one of those spinning ones if he did, Poindexter.
But anyway, he always makes sure they're all looking sharp. Let's continue with the news.
Right, so more news.
There's been action.
There's been a lot, and because we're probably not going to be putting out so many episodes, we need to cover a lot in this one. So, sit down, grab a brew. I noticed when we said light up a spliff.
Yes.
Someone actually said, "You must have been reading my mind," or something to the.
He felt that we had cameras in his room, because at that moment, that's exactly what he was doing.
Well,
that's quite funny.
I hope it was
quite funny.
good.
Thank you for that comment. That was, even if it wasn't true, that was very funny.
Don't smoke and drive.
Yeah.
Now, there's been some delistings, of course. This time of year, we see a lot of faces, much loved players, much adored members of our team. Sadly be asked to exit stage right, and it was announced this week that Montgomery, Kean McBride and Alistair Lord will no longer be required, and so we thank them for their service.
Yes.
And
of those, I only ever really recall you going on about Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery is a bit of a surprise. I thought he was pretty impressive in the VFL, and at times I was hoping he might get an AFL debut this year, but clearly I know nothing.
Well, it's in the opposite direction.
He is having no debut and is now at the unemployment office.
Right.
And also,
what other rumours are there?
That Anthony Munkara, who joined Essendon this year, I think in our Next Generation Academy, young Indigenous boy, may not be at the club next year, but I'm hoping that's just a rumour, because I think he's an excitement machine,
right,
and definitely worth persisting with, unless, of course, he's choosing not to continue his career.
Right.
We shall see what happens, but whatever does, we wish him all the very best, and also thank him for his service.
Thank you indeed. Now, what about the Josh Marnie replacement? Now, interesting, Josh Marnie's already turned up at AFL headquarters.
Didn't take long. I'd suspect he was doing interviews some time ago,
if
right?
I were to venture a guess, I reckon he's done the old monkey grip. Eh? Just
swinging from bar to bar.
Get a handle on that. Don't let go of this one until I've got.
The Doro would have been whacking one of those hands with a hammer. So Josh Marnie's gone, but I think you're right. He is taking up some minor role down at the AFL in the sanitation department down there.
Is it seen as going backwards when you go to headquarters, or a step forward?
He's just the T boy. I mean, I don't know. He's not taking up a major role, or is he? I'm not sure, but good luck to Josh.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Essendon wasn't right for you. as
Right.
it has been the case for many.
There's talk of someone stepping in.
His replacement is it's been suggested that it'll be Dan McPherson, who is currently at the club.
What does he do?
He's the manager of performance.
Any level of performance?
No level of performance.
Just performance.
Just performance. He's not manager.
No one wanted to
high performance.
No one wanted to commit to high or
No.
medium.
Don't be silly. Just high performance.
Just performance. Okay, fair enough.
And that could
I'd probably do the same.
That could be interpretative dance. It could
Right.
be any type of performance, I
Theatre
guess.
sports.
Could be.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Choral singing. I don't know. But anyway, Dan McPherson, if you do get the job, just watch your back. Okay. Until the Italian boy's gone. Now, it's got nothing to do with his ethnicity or his origin, his heritage.
Okay.
So a great news came through, I think it was
Yes.
either yesterday or the day before, depending on when you're watching this. So if it's 2028, 4 years ago.
He's just retired.
Yes, we salute him. But let's
Thank you for your
go back
service.
in time.
All right, okay.
It's like Back to the Future, this one.
Okay.
I'd be the professor. Congratulations to Darcy Parish, who's just signed a new contract with the Bombers, and I've got to tell you, I'm absolutely thrilled to bits, and I'm sure you are as well, that Darcy has signed on for another 5 years, and he and Merritt, as well as Redmond, and Peter Wright all signed long-term contracts this year, which is a real vote of confidence in the direction the team's going. So that's great news.
Hey, so if they were $100,000 apart per annum, do you think happened? Did Essendon move their offer up, or did Darcy go, all right, I'll stay, even though Geelong's offering me $800,000?
Well, I don't know if the Geelong were.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's probably just had to go, all right,
okay.
Give me the pen.
If you insist.
Give me the pen.
If you insist. Well, the interesting
I'll take an inordinate amount of money.
Yeah.
Yes.
For turning over the football.
I was going to say that. And I held back. But you just cannot.
Comedic timing is everything, as they say.
All right.
You can't wait. Now, there was some interesting
news
surrounding Darcy's pen to paper, and there was a little bit of a bitch fight going on between Scotty Lucas, who's Darcy's manager, and the football club. Lucas suggesting that the football club was leaking information about where the negotiations were.
We've got word coming in.
Apparently he's had to retract that.
Right.
Yeah, so the football club's come out and said to Scott Lucas, how dare you say that, old chap?
Really?
We wouldn't leak anything. And Scotty Lucas was given a right slap across the wrist from his former employer at the Essendon Football Club. But I think it's all's well that ends well.
Right.
Darcy signed his contract. Scotty gets his 20%. And is that the going rate?
No, I think it's somewhere between 10 and 15. Still.
Of about $800,000
per annum.
Yes.
It's not bad. That'll certainly cover the photocopier costs.
Well, I was going to say the pad in Portsea, more likely. Scotty's got his booming left foot going down there on the weekends in his Range Rover, no doubt. Yes. So well done, Darcy. Right. Now, moving right along, this just a little bit on Adrian Dodoro, who, as many people know, is... not our favourite person. But nothing personal.
No,
he's a
never
lovely
has
man
been.
and a great family man from all reports. And, a man of integrity. I would never say anything against his character. But we're not that keen on him as a recruitment manager.
Only because we just want to see, a
little success wouldn't hurt. But I'm now being told I have an unhealthy obsession.
You're being told by
I am being told.
You personally?
Me and about 75,000 other Essendon supporters.
Right, okay. You've been bundled in with the rest.
Yeah, we have an unhealthy obsession.
Who said that?
David Barham said it.
Oh, did he?
He came out on SEN earlier in the week in an interview with our great legend Tim Watson.
Oh, right.
And said we have an unhealthy... I know we touched on that before, but just specifically now, unhealthy obsession with Adrian Dodoro. Well, I tell you what, David Barham, here's my take on that. Our football club has an unhealthy obsession with mediocrity. And perhaps if we were a little more bullish about recruitment, we might have a side that wins the occasional flag.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any younger, David. Last time we won a premiership, I was 38 years old, and now I'm 50. So I've got to chuck a few years off. You can do the maths.
Sure.
But I don't know whether I'll see another one. And I'm sure there's many, many people amongst our community, our viewers, who are elderly gentlemen and maybe a couple of elderly
What about
ladies.
the young guys that are just thinking, what am I?
Well, they've
why
got
wasting
time
my
to pivot. They can pivot.
Oh, to another sport.
NBL or lawn bowls, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So please, David Barham, please just do something about it.
Yes.
And then finally, I'm just talking a couple of trade rumours that are going on. We haven't quite got to the trade period yet, but that will be a huge part of our program.
Yes.
Going forward with some very exciting news to announce on that. Very, very soon in terms of a special episode that we will be doing about the trade.
Yes.
And but just a couple of rumours that I'm hearing you may have. Brandon Zerk-Thatcher,
BZT.
pretty much gone.
He was almost nominated a couple of pages ago.
He didn't get nominated.
Even though he had some
a couple of computer screens ago. Just to be clear, that rattling noise is just a sound effect.
That is. Like the laugh track.
Yes.
But we just add that in.
So BZT gone.
I mean, okay. He was maligned. He had some bad days out at the office this year. Obviously, against the Tomahawk. You know, Jesse Hogan probably not going to be on the highlight.
Joe Danaher.
Yeah, old Joey. There was a few, I know. But he has improved. I don't know where the ceiling is. But here's my point, okay? Because a lot of fans, they're not that happy with him. If he's that bad, why is he in demand?
Well, I guess it's just hard to get key defenders. We have a little bit of a surplus. I'm not saying they're good.
Surplus? We've been talking about no depth.
Well, no depth everywhere else, but in defence, we do have a little bit of depth. We've got Kane Baldwin, showed a bit this year. There's, Zerk-Thatcher. Ridley's been out injured, but would definitely come back into the side.
Yeah.
Laverde's been pretty solid throughout the year, and of course, there's talk that we may be chasing Ben Mackay as a big-bodied key defender. So
don't know about that.
I think if Mackay was to come on board, Zerk-Thatcher would be the first casualty of that anyway. I don't think he would get into the team. Yeah, so if we could get a decent trade, I mean, when I say decent, I think probably something in the late 30s, maybe early 40s in terms of draft picks.
Okay.
You're not going to get an earlier draft pick than that for Brandon Zerk-Thatcher. But anyway, look, if he does go, he's been a pretty decent contributor to our team, and we hope it works out well for him either way.
So it doesn't sound like you're heartbroken.
I'm not sure I'm going to lose too much sleep over it, to be honest. Yeah, he was the third worst ranked key defender in the competition in terms of one-on-one contests.
Is that from Footy Wire?
That's it could be, but they said
our expert panel.
said AFL.
They said AFL research.
Yeah. So look, Zerk-Thatcher, I like the kid. I think he's been really handy, and he's probably one of the best spoilers of football that I've seen for a while. But
I suppose I'm looking at where he's come from. Like in the early days, I remember texting you going, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
Here? But he really, he has improved. But yes,
he has improved for sure. He had a breakout game against Sydney last year, and he's been pretty solid this year. So we'll see. The other one is Nick Bryan, apparently West Coast of all places, having a look at Nick Bryan, who is also out of contract. So
West Coast
Eagles.
Really?
And,
is he originally from over there?
No, I don't think he is. Look, I could be wrong, but I didn't think he was.
Okay.
But they've got their Nick Nats retiring, so they'll be looking for a ruckman.
Right.
And Bryan's got a good profile in terms of upside. He's already had experience at AFL level, and he's shown enough for me to think that he could become a very good ruckman. So perhaps the Eagles are seeing that also.
Would we get much for him?
You wouldn't think so. I think again it would probably be a late second rounder, maybe.
Yeah, okay.
But again, that's all currency. If you can bundle up 2 or 3 second round draft picks, you might get yourself a first round draft.
Yeah.
Gold Coast are a club that is very, very keen to trade out earlier draft picks for a lot of later draft picks.
Are they?
Because they're looking at recruiting their academy players, and they will need to have multiple picks worth a certain total of points to be able to nab those players. So it's not about them having the 5th round draft pick or the 5th pick or the 4th pick, whatever they have. Right. They might want to have 3 or 4 second or third round picks in order to be able to compile the points necessary to counter any bids from other clubs for their academy of players. You're looking at me like I'm speaking Greek.
Jeez, yeah, you did. Can we talk about
Shall I repeat that?
Pythagoras? No, please don't.
There are people out there who will know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm well aware.
And you should probably watch this back and pay
study
attention.
it.
Take some notes.
All right.
So,
But
let's save a lot of that. Well, you got time to brush up on all that before the trade week comes around.
I can't wait.
And
all right. Okay.
But look, a lot of people love it. For many people, it's
mate,
their favourite time of the year, particularly for Essendon supporters.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, we don't have much to look forward to.
Because we're just,
trade week is it.
We're hoping for someone to deliver us to the promised land.
So that's it for the news. I don't have much more to say. I don't think we managed to hit the hour. I'm not sure we did.
Oh, really? Is that what we were aiming for?
We wanted to do long form.
We started the year saying no more than 7 minutes.
But we didn't realise how brilliant we were.
Is that what it was?
Well, I thought we might be okay, but it's proven that we're all right. Because,
I don't know if it's
and I want to do this at the beginning and I forgot to, but we're only 40 shy of 1,000 subs.
Oh, will you let it go with the 1,000 subs?
But every time I say it jumps up by 2.
By 2. So you're just going to say it another 20 times just to get us there?
But I can't say it 20 times.
There's
video. It's per video.
There's no super yacht waiting for us.
Oh, man, the riches that will come flowing.
The 1,000 subs.
It'll be like Midas's touch.
Let it go, mate.
Because you get a letter from YouTube.
Oh, do you?
Well, apparently. I don't know. You're the guy that knows that stuff.
It's an auto-generated email.
Oh, not Dave Barham again. On that note, folks.
All right.
Please subscribe.
Yes, please do.
Hit
the like button, all that kind of stuff.
Make a comment.
And as always, please share your thoughts.
And then subscribe again.
Thanks for making it this far.
And get your folks to subscribe.
Yes.
Or,
all right.
If you're already 80, get your grandson to subscribe.
Just anyone you know.
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
We will be back very soon.
Take care.
Bye for now.
See you later.